Hey everyone, this is Christy with Christy Plans and Grace Without Tears, and I wanted to take a few minutes today to show you how I've set up my new Krissyanne planner. Over here I have last year's version, which was the undated, and I also bought the cover that was available from the Krissyanne Planner website at that time. And of course this one just fits right in there without very much room on the edges. And when the new planners came out this year, they were a little bit smaller and a little bit shorter. And so I went to Amazon to see if I could find a leather cover, and I found a brand called Hide and Drink, and I ordered the 7 3/4 by or I think it was 10 by 7.5 or 9.75 by 7.5 or something like that. And they ended up sending me a cover that was exactly the same size as my old cover. So I went ahead and put my planner in it anyway. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of extra room here on the edges. I'm not sure what I think about that yet, but I really like having my planner in a leather cover because everything is protected. The tabs don't stick out beyond it, and of course then my pin is kind of tucked in there as well. So we're just going to give this a go and see how I like it. One of the things that I do like about having a leather cover is that you can tuck things in the pocket here, and I especially use the back pocket for that, and tuck in a sticky note card from Erin Condren. And I use those when I'm pre-planning. Another thing, because I put my planner in a sleeve here, I need to put my pin loop on the top. So this is an Erin Condren brand pin loop, and I love to use the Pilot G2 0.7 black ink pens for writing in my planner. This is a mini pin, and I just bought a box of them because I liked them, but I have a bunch of the normal size ones as well. So as you get into the planner, I'm actually planning to cover these pages, these initial pages right here, these 3, and then these 2. I'm going to cover them with a large sticker that is going to be lined and serve as an index, because I went ahead and I numbered, after all these preliminary pages, I numbered all of the corner pages in my planner because I wanted to be able to find any notes that I had on the extra pages between the weeks. I wanted to have an index so that I could go to those spaces easily and find any notes that I felt were important. So let me show you how I've started to set things up here. I've used this page exclusively for birthdays. The colored ones are people in my family, and the gray ones are for our dogs. We have a breeding kennel for Cavachons, and so I've got the birthdays for the dogs there as well. And then of course these pages are going to be covered. And then I worked on my vision board last night. I chose my word of the year this year to be finish, because it's something that we all struggle with in this family. We struggle to follow through and get things done completely. And it's the most mundane things like folding the laundry and getting it put away. I actually like the folding part and the washing part, but I hate the putting away part. And things like emptying the dishwasher so that it can be loaded the next time. It's really ridiculous little things, but I have found that the reason why my house gets cluttered or messy is because there's all these unfinished projects around, and so my word this year is finish. And then I just put a few other things on here. Live life in color, live life vibrantly, giving is the key to happiness, measure your joy by your service, and I have more to say about that maybe in another video. Love with all your heart, and embrace change, embrace your job, embrace your friends, embrace your family, just embrace all the things that you go for in your life. And then I just had some really colorful, fun stickers here. Happiness is a choice, shine, love everything, and never give up. And then I wanted to use this part here for just writing down the names of people that inspire me, people that I've really valued their story in life, or maybe habits that they have, or things that they do. So this is my piano teacher, my cousin, my daughter, Chelsea Memel. She's a past U.S. Olympic gymnast who came out of retirement during 2020, and you can find her videos on YouTube. It has just been a breath of fresh air during this year of lockdown to watch her train and get her skills back, and it gives us all something to hope for. And then of course Julie Andrews, she just has the most incredible story where she lost her voice due to a messed up surgery. And then she's just gone on to be the most gracious, successful woman with so much class and so much dignity. And so she just always inspires me. And of course, my favorite movie is The Sound of Music. So she's just a person in my life that I've really looked up to and admired. And then my mom, who, you know, what can you say about your mom? Everything. And then I've got my bucket list here and have some short-term goals that I think are doable, some next 5-year goals, and of course, lifetime goals. I have about 7 states to still visit here. All right, the next thing I did was start to fill in the healthy habit goals. Every day, I'd like to make sure I drink my water, do some stretching, get my 10,000 steps, and practice the piano. Weekly, call my mom, call my sister, write a note card to someone. I love writing notes and sending it in little cards, so I want to try to do that weekly. And then of course always decluttering, having people over each month, and then donating. The declutter turns into donations. And then 2021 goals, I don't have anything specific written down. One of the things that's going to be my goal this year is when I feel like I want to eat something sweet, I'm going to let that be my cue for it's time to drink water. So I'd like to cut my sugar consumption down considerably, and I'd like to replace it with drinking water and just replacing those bad habits with good habits. Last night is when I worked on my vision board, and I also put washi tape on all of my months. So the first thing I did when I got this planner actually was put on my monthly tabs. These also are Erin Condren. I used to be an Erin Condren planner user for many years, and just found this planner to suit my needs better, mostly because of these extra pages in between the weeks. And I really love the grayed out area. So I have a lot of Erin Condren items, and these I've used for the last 2 planners, and they've worked out really well. I ended up putting it on the page that is the right-hand side of the calendar and the finance tracker. Usually I put it on this page, and I don't exactly know why I didn't do it that way this year. I think I was trying to line up with the gray here, and I would put my tab, the edge of my tab would go right beside that gray. And I just ended up doing that way and not realizing that I could have done the same thing, just working, let's see, there was anyway, whatever. I ended up putting it on this page. So it's going to be a little bit of a change, because usually I would pull the tab and go to the month, but this time I just pull the tab and the month is going to be ahead of it. So what I did last night is I went ahead and chose washi tape that would match the tabs, and I put washi tape along each of the opposite pages of the calendar month tab, and of course it shows up on just one side of that one. But I kind of really love the way that looks here when you can see all the different months like that, and of course they coordinate, and it just gives a little bit of color. And one of the things that I really like about the Krissyanne planner is that it doesn't have color, and you can customize it however you would like. So these are the washi tapes that I used. And to put the washi tape down, basically the easiest way to do that, and I'll kind of show, is you make sure that you use a piece of paper as like the behind the page that you need, a colored piece of paper. That way when you lay the washi tape down, you put half of it on the page and the other half will stick to the other paper. But that's so that you can see the actual line of your page. So for example, if I was going to put washi tape, say on, let me get here. So if I wanted to put washi tape on this one and I wanted to just bring it halfway between, having a dark colored paper behind it would allow me to see where the edge of my paper is, and it helped me lay it more easily. So then I just put it down flat, then I pulled this off, I folded my page over, and then I just grabbed the sticky side then and folded it over to make the other side of it. And if anyone wants me to show that, maybe I can do it in a quick Instagram story. Just let me know in the comments if you'd like to see exactly how I put my washi tape down. So I did my tabs, did my washi tape. I also went through and put in all of my quarterly or biannual bills on all of my finance tracker pages. I'm excited about the finance tracker. I am probably going to just use it for movement of money. Not so much my bills, although I might. I started here. I don't have that many bills, so that's good. And we'll see how this goes, but I'm planning to just throw anything money related here on this page. And I'm excited about the coloring pages too. I plan to bring my colored pencils to church. Well, if church happens soon. We do have church happening, but you have to wear a mask, and I just really don't enjoy doing that because I have to do that all week for my job. And so I want some time off from the mask, so I actually haven't been going in to church recently. But anyway, back to the planner. So I went ahead and started for next week because this is the last week in our current planners, and next week we get to all dive into our new planners. Actually, in just tomorrow. It's tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow is Sunday, December 27.